I don't know what's up with that battery. I think the battery died on me. I have to change it, man. It don't matter anyway. We're gonna push as much as we can, man. Anyway, let me get this preset. Going into the spirit, man. How the spirit got to reveal certain things. All right, like the Apostle Paul said. I don't know if the camera caught that before it cut on me, but I'm gonna read it again because I don't know exactly where it cut. So I'm gonna read Galatians 1 again. Galatians chapter 1, verse 10. I'm gonna read on down. It says, "For do I persuade men or the Most High? Or do I seek to please men? Do I seek to please men, I shall not be a servant of the Mashiach." It says, "But I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached of me is not after man. For I neither received it of man, neither I taught it by the but I taught it by the revelation of Yahawashi Mashiach." So that's what I was going into before the camera had cut. I know exactly where it went up to. But certain things got to be revealed by the Spirit. Okay? The Spirit has to show you certain things, man. Anyway, it says, "For ye have heard of my conversion in the past, in the Jews' religion, how that beyond measure I persecuted the church of the Most High, and wasted it, and profited in the Jews' religion," which the word there is what? The way of our fathers, which is the law, statutes, and commandments. Read on. It says, "How that beyond measure I persecuted the church of the Most High, and wasted it, and profited in the Jews' religion," which are the law, statutes, and commandments, the way of our fathers. Okay, the old covenant the Most High gave to Moses, that was written on stone. It says, "Above many my equals in mine own nation, being more exceedingly zealous of the traditions of my fathers. But when it pleased the Most High, He separated me from my mother's womb and called me by His grace." And that's all of us, man. Because everything is already preordained. Okay? It says, said, "To reveal His Son in me, that I might preach Him among the heathen. Immediately I conferred not with the flesh and blood, neither went I up to Jerusalem to them, which were apostles before me, but I went into Arabia and returned again unto Damascus." So Yahawashi opened his mind to the scriptures, man. He didn't receive it of man, okay? He was supping with the Apostle Paul. Let me get that Revelation, the 3rd chapter. So the Spirit got to reveal certain things to you, man. Because this is spiritual. And it was the Spirit that woke us up to look at certain men, the elders and the apostles, man. That was the will of the Heavenly Father through His Son. Okay? It says, said, where was that? Apostles before me, but I went into Arabia and returned unto Damascus. Then after 3 years, I went up to Jerusalem to see Peter and abode with him 15 days. But other of the apostles I saw none, save James, the Lord's brother. Now the things which I write unto you, behold, before the Most High, I lie not. So, what? Yahawashi himself was supping with the Apostle Paul. Yahawashi is supping with brothers right now. Yeah, you learn from men, but in order to get on a certain level, the Lord has to open your mind, man. It really is the Most High, man. Because we're just messengers at the end of the day, man. We can't do nothing. Okay? Matter of fact, we can't do anything. To prove that, I gotta keep my eye on this thing, man, because I swear that battery was charged. Let me see you get that scripture. We don't control nothing, man. Sure is Yahawashi al-Shah. I'll see if I can find that precept. But to show you that the Lord got to sup with you, man. Let me get that. Revelation chapter 3. We coming down to the finish line, man. Boy, we can't wait. There was a couple of things happened this week. More racial statements from one of those Republicans, man. That's the head of the Pennsylvania district. Said that you NFL players are overpaid baboons. I can't remember her name. I think she stepped down. It don't matter if she stepped down or not. That's how they always felt about y'all, man. To salute some murderous flag. But other than that, you had like I said, the major thing was Iran this week. And the week prior to that, I couldn't get into that last week because the Spirit had me going elsewhere, edifying those other jakes last week. But you had 144 earthquakes, man. And it shook Trinidad, shook Venezuela, shook those different Caribbean islands, shook different parts of Asia. Okay? Most sides not playing, man. There's gonna be more earthquakes, man. And there's a lot of turmoil, a lot of noise on that west coast, man, the Pacific. See, maybe a tsunami may hit that area. We don't know, man. But we gotta get ourselves and get ready, man, because an attack is going to happen. Okay, everything is the Most High. Whether the Most High calls a natural disaster or Esau forced something. Okay, Esau have a underground bomb which could cause these things, man, because he shows it in movies. So above all, you got to be circumspect in this time, man, and keep pushing this word, okay, and to keep abiding in this truth, keep praying and fasting, do what you got to do, man, okay, keep examining yourselves, man, because these people out here, they don't got a chance in hell. They don't got a chance in hell, man. Right, but anyway, it says Revelation chapter 3. Verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door, which is your mind, and knock. If any man hear my voice, which the Lord can talk, like the Apostle Paul, he supped with him directly. He opened his mind to the scriptures, man. But now Yahawashi speaks to his men. Alright? And open the door, your mind. I will come I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. And he said to him that overcometh, will I grant to sit with me of my throne, even as I also overcame, and will sit down with my Father his throne. That's an honor. Okay? No man on the earth can give you an honor like that, man. To sit down with the Son of the Heavenly Father, the second most powerful man in the universe, man. He's going to grant you to sit with him in his throne and have everlasting life. Come on, man. So you guys who fell out, death to y'all, man. Most High is going to kill every last one of you. And he's going to make you suffer, man. Okay? Let me read on. It says, it says 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter. I don't even have that page in my Bible. I got to read it off my phone. 1 Corinthians 3. How could you fall out, man? And I'm going to do a video on that, man. Distractions, man. There's two things that cause men to fall out based on my walk in this truth and based on what I've seen. It's either money, they get the job that they want, and then woman is right after. Okay? Two go hand in hand, man. Those are the two major elements of the world, is money and women, man. Okay? Because with the money, you can get the desires of your heart, which Jake wants what? That damn woman, man. But you gonna get woman and then some in the kingdom, man. That's come on, man. That's the least of your problems in the kingdom. You get a little fame in this world and women all over you, man. So how much more when Yahawashi give you glory? Come on, get out of here with that, man. 1 Corinthians chapter 3. So Yahawashi got to sup with you. It says, verse 4. For while one say, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos, are ye not carnal? So there was division back then in the church. He was boasting. Or who taught him? Apollos taught me, or Paul taught me. He said, what? Who then is Paul, and who is Apollos? But ministers by whom he believed, even as the Lord gave to every man. I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase. For then neither is he that planted anything, neither he that watereth, but the Most High giveth the increase. So the Most High got to increase. Okay, and above all, he's the one who woke you up anyway. It's all the will of Yahawah, man. Through his son Yahawashi, man. See? Let me get this next precept. Matthew the 16th chapter. You know, Jake lost his hell, man. I guess this is a holiday weekend, so a lot of people out this week. But the man of the Lord, we still pushing, man. Matthew chapter 16. When the winter time comes, we still gonna be out here, Lord willing, man. You can't stop, man. Make this your first priority, man, and everything else will flow in order. When you start wrestling, start putting things before the Most High, that's what caused men to fall out. Because you forsook your first love. Alright? And your first love is not these harlots, man. See what I'm saying? And I'm going to have to do a video on that this week, man. Matthew chapter 16. Verse 12. Matthew 16:13. When Yahawashi came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I am? Who men say that the Son of Man am? And they said, some say thou art John the Baptist, to prove to your reincarnation. But you couldn't have been John the Baptist. John the Baptist was on the same time when he was on the scene. But it says, some Elijah, and others Jeremiah, one of the prophets. The people knew the prophets came back. Alright? So that's reincarnation. Re-entering the flesh. He said unto them, but whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living power. And Yahawashi answered and said unto him, blessed art Simon, Bar-Jonah, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. So the Father in heaven got to reveal things to you through his son Yahawashi at the end of the day. Like I was saying with us, we can't wake anybody up. Okay? Most High has to wake you up. And the proof on that, you read John 21. The proof on that, we don't control nothing, man. We're just mouthpieces. You can't wake nobody up on your own power, man. It's all the will of Yahawah, Yahawashi. Let me read John the 21st chapter to prove that. It's deep, man. John 21, verse 1. After these things, Yahawashi showed himself again to the disciples at the Sea of Tiberias. And of the wise showed he himself. They were together Simon Peter and Thomas, called Didymus, and Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, and the sons of Zebedee, and 2 other of his disciples. Simon Peter said unto him, I go a fishing. They said unto him, we also go with thee. They went forth and entered into a ship immediately, and they caught nothing. So they went fishing and they got absolutely nothing. This is the point. But when the morning was now come, Yahawashi stood on the shore. But the disciples knew not that it was Yahawashi. He changed his face. And Yahawashi said unto them, Children, have ye any meat? They answered him, No. And he said unto them, Cast your net on the right side of the ship, and ye shall find. They cast therefore, and now therefore they were not able to draw it for the multitude of fishes. So guess what? When they tried to do it on their own, they couldn't caught. But the Lord told them, Cast it on your right, and they caught. So who wake you up, man? The Lord, man. Okay? Yahawah through his son, Yahawashi, man. That's who wakes you up, man. Okay? And he has to be supping with you. He has to be supping with you, man. For you to grow in this thing, for you to increase. For you to get on another level, man. For you to what? Increase your faith. Because without faith, you can't please the Most High. Faith is a basic element of the truth, man. Basic principle of the truth. Alright? Let me get this precept here. That's fact. John the Baptist said, John 2:27. John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it be given to him from heaven. There you go, man. That's a cut right there. Alright? So these people are here like every week. How many people walk past the camp every week? They haven't received the mysteries of the kingdom of the Most High, man. Okay? First of all, Esau's a carnal man. The Most High dealing with you other nations. But you Israelites, man, y'all haven't received his grace or his mercy. Right? That's what Yahawashi said this, John 10:27. John chapter 6, verse 38. For I came down from heaven, not to do my own will. Which proves to you he's not the Most High. That's another Christian heresy, man. But the will of him that sent me, Yahawah. And this is the Father's will, which hath sent me, that all which ye have given me, I shall lose nothing, the elect, the house of David, but shall raise him up again at the last day. And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last day. We in the last day right now. Scripture says Esau, aka the white man, is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. It was the last day started from 2,000 years ago. But the scripture says the deadly wound was healed. They came back into power. Came back into prominence. Now we at the bitter end of the last. And he's about to go out with a bang. Literally. Okay? It's going to be the greatest fireworks ever, man. And we're going to witness it from the chariots, Lord willing. But let me read on. It says, the Jews then murmured at him This is what Yahawashi said. Because he said, I am the bread which come down from heaven. And he said unto them, is this not Yahawashi, the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How is it then he said, I come down from heaven? See, they don't know. Jake ain't spiritual, man. Okay? Yahawashi therefore answered and said unto them, murmur not among yourselves. Don't even bother whisper. Why? No man could come to me except the Father which hath sent me. Draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. See, Yahawashi said, no man can come to me unless the Father himself draw you unto me. Alright? So like I was pulling out these scriptures, just moving in the spirit, the Rakak Radash. That what? The only one that could wake you up to this knowledge is the Most High. Okay? Period. So if he didn't choose you, he just did not choose you, man. So you gotta pray that you're part of the chosen. Okay? It's already set in stone. But based on a man's works, you can tell if he might be of the elect or not. And you gotta believe that you're of the elect. Alright? You gotta believe that, man. You gotta believe that the Most High is dealing with you, he's suffering with you. Okay? He's God and he's protecting you, man. No matter what, man. Like Yahawashi told them, all the guy who had the dumb spirit, all things are possible to him that believeth. And you gotta believe, man. And if you don't believe, or you struggle with the department of faith, this is a good prayer for you to say. Luke 17, verse 5. And the apostles said unto the Lord, increase our faith. There you go. Luke 17 and 5 again. And the apostles said unto the Lord, increase our faith. So whatever you lack, you got to ask the Most High. Through Yahawashi. Increase our faith. And the Most High won't give it to you if you ask you sincere, but he may give it to you in a form of a situation or scenario. It may put you in a certain predicament where you're going to have faith. And in the times that's coming in right now, that's why the scripture says to work out your own salvation. You need to build your faith up. Because like we always teach, more than likely when all hell break loose, you're going to be by yourself. You're going to have brothers with you, man. You're not going to be able to communicate, man. Everything that you learn, you're going to have to put it into practice. And that's where your faith got to be at an all-time high, man. Okay? And that's why the scripture says, let me get some scriptures then. Jumping all over the place, man. Oh, wait, like that sodomy demon. That spirit is high in America, man. Sodomy is at an all-time high in this place, man. But that just shows that we at the end. That's all. No need to get frustrated. Satan is just snatching souls, man. Snatching, man. Esau could do what the hell he wanted to. Okay, he's a pedophile by nature anyway. But you Israelites, man, you've been seduced, man. You've been seduced by the serpent, aka the devil, man. The deceiver, man. The beast, man. Okay? The most cunning and the most subtle beast in the field. Okay? But through the power of Yahawah, we caught him by the tail. He has been revealed. And yes, Esau is a so-called white man. Esau is not no damn Arab. You unlearned idiots, man. That's why you guys can't come out to the streets. All them guys who teach that don't come out to the highways and hedges. The Most High is not dealing with y'all, man. Okay? He's not dealing with you guys, man. Okay? Talking about Esau is not the white man. You must be out of your mind, man. It's beyond a shadow of doubt proving who this man is. Okay? He's been revealed, man. Matter of fact, it wasn't time for him to be revealed back then. The Apostle Paul knew. But now he's being exposed in this time, man. He's the wicked. Okay? And he has his left hand energy, which I'm going to get into that. We get into this though. It's nothing but homosexuals walking up and down. And pedophilia, comes to find out there's so much pedophiles, man. They want to integrate into that movement. See? But the scripture says that what? That says that about Babylon, man. Matter of fact, let me get Revelation 18. I'm all over the place today, man. Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. And they came, one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. The whore is America, the waters are you other nations. You find it out when you read further down in the scripture. Precept. Read on. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and inhabitants of the earth have been drunk with the wine of her fornication. Which is her democracy. Which they pushed in Afghanistan, they pushed in Iraq. Okay? They took down Libya. And all nations come over here to do business with the whore. And all of them being seduced. Slowly but surely, whatever morals they had got stripped away. And you Israelites, you've been here so long, you're more wicked than the devil himself. The scripture says you surpass the deeds of the wicked. Okay? You surpass Esau, man. See? That lesbo right there. See what I'm saying? You Israelites been seduced, man. But that's okay. Our Father Yahawah got the remedy for all of you. And it's called death by fire. Okay, don't worry about it, man. Most High got y'all, man. Okay? For the 1/3, the remedy is Yahawashi. But it says, So he carried me in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns, the 7 power structures, and the 10 horns, the 10 common markets, man. Okay? What you call NATO or the EU today. But it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colored, and decked with gold and precious stones, and pearls, and having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication, sexual immorality. Okay? And spiritual fornication. Because you can worship any god in this place, man. And upon her head was the name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahawashi. When I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. The saints are you Israelites. The martyrs of Yahawashi are brothers that are going to die in this. Okay? And if you're not willing to lay your life down, this is not for you. Turn the station. Okay, go elsewhere, man. This truth is not for you, man. The Lord said, he that loveth his life shall lose it, man. Okay? You love your life, you're going to lose it, man. Just like Yahawashi said, what? You get this. You get Luke 17. Because what's in this place, man? No. no picture, no picture. Sorry. Luke 17. This is not the zoo, man. This is not the zoo. People will never say, yo, what are you talking about, man? But let me take a picture in this selfie era that we live in, man. You see what I'm saying?
How you doing, pal?
Good.
Can I ask you a question?
Huh?
I'm looking for 59th Street.
Is it directions or?
No, it's the address.
Oh, no. Sorry about that.
You don't know?
No.
Which is 59th? That's 58.
Yeah. This whole thing is 59.
So this whole court?
Yeah. We don't know. It says Luke 17, verse. We're not here for that, man. It says Luke 17:32. Remember Lot's wife. That's what Yahawashi said. Read it again. Remember Lot's wife. Why? Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. So Lot's wife, she tried to save her life, man. But she had great possession in Sodom and Gomorrah because Lot was rich. So rich that him and Abraham, his uncle, their servants started getting into fights, man. See? You can read that history in the book of Genesis. Salakia, let me clean. Tried to save her life, man. What happened? She lost it. See, so you can't save your life, man. Which means brothers right now got to start unplugging from the cesspool, man. It's time to what? It's time to start unplugging, man. You see? And the majority of our people, they can't unplug from the matrix, man. They can't see past captivity. Because why? The scripture says, Jeremiah 2:14. No, they love being slaves, man. That's when we talk about America's destruction. They look at us like, oh, nah. You're bugging, man. You bugging, man. First of all, you came here as a slave. And you're still a slave. What did that woman say? Matter of fact, let me get that article, man. Get that article, man. Year 2018, this is what the devil got to say about you. Overpaid baboons. Racially charged posts about NFL players attributed a country's Republican Party official. A series of racially charged Facebook posts attributed to an official for the Beaver County Republican Committee referred to African American athletes as baboons. Suggest they should go back to Africa and urge white people to stop paying their salaries. See, that's how they look at you. If you can't dance and shuck and jive from the entertainment, you're just a baboon, which that's how they look at you niggas anyway, man. And these are millionaires. And she said they're overpaid baboons because they don't want to, what's her name? What's this devil's name? See, the devil horns is coming out. That's how we love the fact that Trump is president, man, because the so-called white man that you thought was cool, which he never was, he's showing you his true horns, that he's the devil, man. A slimy serpent. All right. It says a woman named Carla Bartrilla posted her Facebook account about protests being conducted. But I thought you had the right to protest. Huh? You don't want to salute that murderous flag. You don't got to salute it. And they went into the history on Francis E. Scott, man. And this guy was an aide of Andrew Jackson that sang the national anthem. And Andrew Jackson was the Indian killer. He did the Indian Removal Act. And Francis E. Scott used to actually defend slave owners. And they want you to salute that BS, man. That's what the Most High gonna destroy. Especially a lot of you guys who sold out, man. You see what I'm saying? You sellouts, man. Alright? And serve you right. What she said? She said, County Republic Committee referred to African American athletes as baboons. Suggested they should go back to Africa and urge white people to stop paying their salaries. BeaverCantonian.com was provided with a screenshot which appeared to show a woman named Carla Bilek, a Republican. She says, protests even conducted by NFL players. It is unclear exactly when the posts were made. The post began, tired of these overpaid blacks telling me what I should believe in. And this is a politician saying this, man. I will tell you what I believe in. That is our flag and national anthem and America, period, end of story. You don't like it? Here, go to Africa and see how you let's see how you like it there. We are all Americans, not African Americans. So if we all Americans, why would you make a statement like that, man? You see? But the devil never changed. You see what I'm saying? And here it is, they took you from Africa, stripped you bare, beat you down, put guns and drugs and abortion and this tainted music in the prison system and taught you white Jesus and all these institutions to keep you brainwashed, man. That perpetual cycle of destruction. They give you inferior education and bad foods, man, and push you into the corners in these ghettos, man. And then turn around and say, you don't like it, nigga, go back to Africa. See? That's why I'm going to read this precept now. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5, man. And you niggas supposed to be angry, man. But only the elect is going to be angry. Alright? Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. So they put you in slavery, but they don't want to deal with the punishment, man. They hold themselves not guilty. That was in the past. Well, I got news for you, damn Edomite crackers, man. The Most High require with that which is past. There's no such thing. There's no statute of limitation on murder. Okay? When it comes to the Heavenly Father, man. You reap what you sow. Period, man. And Esau is what? He's long overdue for judgment. And he's going to drink the full cup of the Lord, man. The full cup of his wrath. You could keep making those statements. I'm happy you're making those statements, man. Because it proves us right.